Hi everyone. So I have a wax melt empties video. This is my empties for the month of June. I have a lot of empties to share, so we will just get started. I've got this whole bin as well as some of the polypro bags over to the side here. I feel like honestly starting with the polypro bags today, because I usually always start with the other items, like the bigger items that I can fit in my little bin here. So let me put this to the side right there and start with the polypro bags. And then if I go into a vendor within polypro bags, if I can remember, I'll try to grab, like I have a scoop from L3, I have some Swanky clam shots. I'll try to grab like corresponding vendor stuff. Okay, so the first thing I have here, I guess we can leave this in the background so there's something to look at, is Swanky. I have a couple Swanky items. I was warming some Swanky because I recently got in a pre-order from Swanky as well as an overstock grab bag. So I just figured, let me start warming a couple Swanky items. This was a sample in White Tea Hotel. This was the tiniest sample, but it was so strong and long lasting. It was crazy. This was super, like, to me, almost perfumey floral, but really strong. Like when I think of white tea, I was thinking, is it gonna smell like a tea? But it's more like a white floral kind of leaning scent. It did remind me of a hotel lobby, which is kind of funny. But yeah, just really, really strong. I liked it. I probably wouldn't get it on its own again in like an order if it was blended, or again if it was in a mystery bag or something like that. I would warm it and enjoy it, but I probably don't need like large quantities of it. I think I actually got it recently in a grab bag too, actually. Coconut Marshmallow Dream Cake. This was a chunk. Whenever you see these kind of random small bags, it's most likely from like a mystery grab bag. I also have this same scent in a loaf that I chopped up recently. So I just figured, let me finish up this little scent from a sampler, because then I have a bigger quantity in a loaf. Again, if I'm taking it away, it's because I'm reading my notes on the back. This was a really nice, creamy, slightly coconut bakery. It was like a medium throw, not the strongest throw from Sassy, but then again, like the notes, coconut marshmallow dream cake, they're like, to me, lighter kind of blender notes. So, you know, it was good. It just, I don't know after I finish my loaf if it's something I would need to rebuy or anything. Okay, I have a couple Swanky scent shots over here, so let me go over these two. I think I have two of these, yes. This was from a Queen of Cupcakes sampler, and actually all three of these are. The reason I have two of the Wildberry Zucchini one is because I got it in the Queen of Cupcakes sampler, and I also got a scent shot in a mystery grab bag, so I just put them together. Really liked it. I love her Queen of Cupcakes. It's basically a Cupcakes at Tiffany's blend, I believe, or maybe she just calls her Cupcakes at Tiffany's Queen of Cupcakes, but loved it. I love a good Wildberry mousse kind of bakery blend, so I really enjoyed this. And then Queen of Cupcakes Buttery Toast and Jam Sugar Cookie Birthday Cake. Amazing. I really love Swanky's Buttery Toast and Jam, which is a surprise because, again, I say this in every video, I feel like, but it kind of reminds me of blackberry jam butter cookie a little bit, and I used to not like that note at all, and now it's definitely growing on me. This was amazing. I think that was all my Swanky, so let's go on to some vintage Chic scent. Again, I don't know, I started pulling some stuff out because I do have a decent sized vintage Chic scents collection, and I thought, let me start warming a couple things just in case she offers it, you know, in a pre-order or an RTS before she ends up closing at the end of the year. So I figured I'd try a couple things. This is Sweet Magnolias. This was medium to strong, a really nice spring scent. I liked that cucumber melon. It was just a nice blend to do kind of this time of the year. I enjoyed it. Billie Bossa Nova. This was kind of like a medium blend bakery scent. I mean, I enjoyed it. She does this in blends as well, and I really liked it. Enjoyed it while I warmed it. Sweet Emotion. This was a pretty good blend. Again, kind of a medium throw. I feel like vintage chic scents, I do tend to get kind of that medium throw overall. And you can't go wrong with Strawberry Bakery, so I enjoyed that. Say No to This. The funny thing is, I guess I don't have a note on this one. When I first warmed this, which because I've had a couple of these, I think they were the heart shapes. When I first warmed this, I didn't smell it much. Maybe I was kind of nose blind. There was like one small chunk left in here, so I ended up warming it, I think in my office, and I thought it did pretty well. So it's just kind of funny how like different rooms, different warmers, different seasons can really affect scent throw as well. Because like I said, I've warmed the same scent before, and previously I thought I didn't get much of a scent throw, but this time around, I mean, I got my typical medium scent throw performance that I usually get from VCS. Again, also warmed some Teddy Bees because I think she had a pre-order, or I had just gotten a pre-order in, and I thought, let me start working on my Teddy Bees collection as well. This was Tilly and Pip. I did this on a day we had guests over. It just smelled like a nice scent that I don't feel like would be, it wouldn't be a scent that would be like a hit or miss for people. I just feel like it was a nice scent that most people would probably enjoy. I liked it, didn't love it. I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I enjoyed it while I warmed it, but just it doesn't particularly stick out in my mind. It was on the gentler side for sure, but it lingered for a little while. I mean, I did it pretty much the whole day when we had guests over, so. Milk and Cookies Beach Treats. I love beach treats. Tiffany does a really nice beach treats, which is Beach Nights blend. I would say it was a little bit on the gentler side, but it lingered. It was long lasting because I did keep it in my warmer, I think, for like a day and a half. The thing is though, like I've never been a huge fan of the Milk and Cookies blend, which is funny because it's a really popular blend of Tiffany's. I can't smell it. I know some people say it's like a really realistic cookie blend, but to me, it's not a strong bakery. And if anything, I feel like it kind of made the beach treats more gentle. Again, it lingered for a while. It just wasn't that strong, but I enjoyed it while I warmed it, but I would probably get Beach Nights beach treats in a different blend. Toasted Marshmallow Sugar Cookies. I warmed this because I recently got this in a pre-order, so I thought, you know what, I don't need to keep hoarding this because I have another one. Let me warm it. This was a really good decadent bakery. I got like a medium throw, and I really enjoyed it. Sometimes you never know whether certain bakery notes are going to be like really strong or a bit gentler. You know, this is Toasted Marshmallow Sugar Cookies. You can kind of read the scent notes right there. Like I said, sometimes these kind of scent notes you don't smell at all. Sometimes they're amazing, so you just got to try it out to see. And this was really good. And like I said, very decadent, so I enjoyed it. And it was the typical Teddy Bees throw for me, which is kind of like a medium. Strawberry Frosted Sugar Cookies. Warmed this. This smelled really nice on cold, but to be honest, this was really light for me on warm. I barely noticed this, so I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. And then this is Ice Cream for Breakfast. This was kind of like a cereal blend. This was basically kind of like a mild Fruit Loops with some bakery notes. This was again kind of my medium throw from Teddy Bees, but it was long lasting. Sometimes you don't always want a super strong powerhouse fragrance. So even though I'm saying a lot of these Teddy Bees are on the gentler side, you know, light to medium, sometimes that's what I want, especially when we have guests over. And the nice thing about Teddy Bees, like I've been mentioning, even though it's on the lighter, gentler side, it tends to linger for a while. So, you know, just kind of consider that. And then this one's Strawberry Pound Cake Signature Sugar Cookies. This was the only one out of all my Teddy Bees that was the tub. This was amazing. I was kind of trying to hoard it at the end, but thought, you know what, let me just use it up because it's amazing. I loved it. Would repurchase this again, maybe like 2 tubs worth or something. Like, this was so good. And this was definitely a strong blend for most of my Teddy Bees performance wise. This was on the strong side for sure. I loved it. Would definitely get it again. This was probably like my favorite from the Teddy Bees that I've shown so far. Now let's get into some Rose Girls. Again, I kind of go through waves, like within the month. I kind of I'll warm that's the same vendor like a couple days in a row and then kind of switch it up. But my Rose Girls collection is really large, so I thought let me kind of dip into some Rose Girls. And I think quite a few of these are Mario Melters, which maybe I should put this one next to other Mario blends. Yes, okay. So these first ones are just kind of regular blends. So this is Jumping on Green Apple Clouds. Some of these are, I mean, all of these are going to be like a little bit on the older side now because I haven't made any big Rose Girls purchases in a while, but I enjoy this. Green apple is a nice spring, summertime scent, like fruity scent. The thing is though, like the Jumping on Clouds to me is not a super strong blend. I've had it on its own, I believe. And what I've noticed is the Jumping on Clouds, which is basically everything else other than the green apple in these scent notes, to me it kind of tones down a blend. It's not a really strong bakery blend, so it just kind of smelled like a slightly gentler green apple. It was good. The green apple is a strong note, so it stands out and does well even with those other bakery notes, but I just feel like the bakery notes probably made it a little gentler. Peppermint, as the scent notes say, which these stickers I printed out myself, this was super strong. I mean, as it says, just a true peppermint, very, very strong. I enjoyed it, but I don't like pure mint scents as much anymore. When I first got into vendor wax, I did. But now if I were to reach for a fragrance, it still would be bakery over like mint blends. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this on its own. If I were to repurchase a mint blend again from Rose Girls, it's going to be Goodnight Moon. That is like my ultimate favorite, like definitely a standout scent from Rose Girls. And it's got, I think, peppermint in it. I probably wouldn't get it on its own again, but it was strong, very strong. So if you like mint, nose clearing, like very strong. The Laundry Fairy. This was, I think, from a customer blend creation. I really enjoyed this. This was super long lasting, really good performer. I liked it a lot. This literally lasted, yeah, I didn't change this out the whole day. I put it in the morning at like 7 a.m. and it was still going strong until I turned off the warmers at night. I bet it would even lasted like into a second day. I just like to change my scent, so I ended up changing it, but it was a really good performer. And I liked whatever laundry blend was in that one. Strawberry Jam, again, this one's definitely on the older side at this point. This was super good. I don't know why. It smelled like strawberry bakery to me. It says it's just a sweet strawberry jam. I don't know if it was in my collection just sitting next to other bakery blends, and that's why I felt like it was a bakery blend. The funny thing is, I felt like it smelled like a strawberry Cupcakes at Tiffany's scent. Like, I swear I was smelling Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Now, one thing I do want to note now that I'm talking this over is like maybe I did a Cupcakes at Tiffany's blend in my warmers. Maybe I warmed that the day before, changed my warmers and put this in, and so the Cupcakes at Tiffany's, maybe there was still just a little bit of wax in the warmers when I put this one in. I'm not sure, because I definitely did a Cupcakes at Tiffany's blend, and you'll see it later on. So I just made that realization now, like maybe that scent just lingered a little bit because that was the scent I did previously in my warmers potentially, but I liked it. I liked that one. Fierce Rain. This actually, it ended up smelling like almost floral to me the longer it was in the warmer, which maybe it's because of the clean part in it. I mean, it says Fierce Rain, so maybe the rain is kind of like just a clean rain aquatic-y scent, which some rain blends from vendors does have a slight floral note in it. I mean, I definitely smelled the masculine notes right away. That's what you smell when you smell the wax on cold. That's what you smell the first couple hours on warm. But like I said, after kind of, again, this was in my warmers pretty much all day. So after kind of that, I would say like 8 hours mark, because like I didn't change this the whole day I was warming this, it really went almost floral leaning, which is kind of weird. Like I was like, what am I warming? Then I remembered it was this one, and I was thinking the floral was because of the rain in it. So I don't know. Sweet Lavender Crème de Menthe. I don't like the Crème de Menthe fragrance oil, I've come to realize. But I do love Jenny's Sweet Lavender, which to me comes off more as a herbal leaning lavender. Even though it says Sweet Lavender, I pick up herbal lavender. The good thing is the Crème de Menthe kind of like died down after a while, and then all I smelled is the Sweet Lavender, which I liked. But I didn't love it at the beginning just because something about Crème de Menthe isn't my favorite. If I was gonna have a mint blend in anything, it would just be peppermint. Okay, now we're getting into some of the Mario melters. This one's Blooper Beach. This was amazing. I think what I really liked in here was the Salty Air, which I'm assuming is Salty Sea Air. It was gorgeous, super long lasting, powerhouse, really strong. It smells like you're doing laundry and hanging it on a clothesline by the beach, because you do get that salty sea air. I pick that up a lot and I really like it. I'd consider repurchasing this in the future, not like multiple bags, but at least maybe one more bag in the future in my collection. This is Delicate Daisy. I just thought I'd give it a try. It's pretty, kind of a sweet body care perfumey, medium throw, lingered, but doesn't really stand out to anything super special to me. I do like Victoria's Secret Bombshell. Like I used to have that perfume when I was in like high school. So I thought I'd get it, but you know, it's not something that I would like crave really frequently. I'm glad I tried it. I enjoyed it while I warmed it, but I don't think I'd repurchase that one. This is Level Up. I basically just smelled the Coastal Kale Satsuma Raindrops, which I think is Speechless. I think her Speechless blend comprises of those 3 notes. I can honestly say I didn't smell any blackberry. It was really just the Speechless, those last 3 notes that I smelled, which it's amazing. I mean, I love her Speechless blend. It's super strong and long lasting. It's just I didn't smell the blackberry, so at that point I guess I would just get Speechless again. Cookie Land, love Cookie Land. Love it on its own, love it in blends. It's just really, really nice. It's got a slight savoriness because of the pretzel, but I feel like on warm, the other bakery notes really come alive. And this one does a lot better on warm. It's like, meh, it's okay when you smell it on cold, but when you warm it, I feel like it's amazing. I warmed some Dessa's Homespun scents because she had a pre-order recently, which I went a little overboard on, not gonna lie. But it's because I've just really liked and enjoyed what I've warmed. Jenny from her YouTube channel is Just Jenny. She hasn't uploaded in a while. I really miss her videos, but she loves Dessa. And actually I tried Dessa's because she highly recommended Dessa's, and I really like it. I have not been disappointed in a scent that I've warmed so far. So that's why I ended up making quite a big pre-order from her recently. Strawberry Sugar Shack. Oh, that's hard to say. If I'm not mistaken, I think she had this one in her pre-order recently, so that's why I wanted to try it out. I really enjoyed it. The funny thing is, oddly enough, I don't feel like I smelled that much strawberry, which is kind of funny. I just felt like it was like a decadent bakery scent, maybe like a hint of that sweetness from the strawberry, but I felt like I was smelling more like the pound cake, Cupcakes at Tiffany's, just bakery notes, and I'm not mad at it. I loved it. I thought it was really good, and I think I ended up repurchasing this one. Again, I think it's in the pre-order. That's why I ended up warming it. I repurchased this like at least 2 or 3 snap bars, I think. Ice Circus cookies. This is one of Jenny's favorites. I think she's talked about it before. It is really nice. It was strong. It was a good bakery, but I feel like of some of the other Dessa scents I've warmed, other bakery, I like some other ones. Other ones stand out in my mind more, but this was good. I enjoyed it while I warmed it. This one I think was also in the pre-order. This was absolutely amazing. I could not stop like obsessing over the scent when I was warming it one day. This was such a good powerhouse scent, long lasting, decadent, delicious. Like if I could have eaten this, I would have. It was amazing. I think I ended up getting 3 snap bars of this in the pre-order. And then Boysenberry sugar cookies. Again, this was super good. It might have been in the pre-order, but I don't think I purchased this one. I warmed it after the pre-order had passed. This again was amazing, but I didn't get a whole lot of the boysenberry. I actually thought it was more bakery heavy than boysenberry, like fruit leaning, but I loved it. I mean, I love bakery. Bakery is my all-time favorite scent category, so I loved that I smelled the sugar cookies the most. I thought it was super good. Now we'll get into some Sassy Girl Aroma. Cookie Monster BFF. Basically all I smelled in here was the Fruit Loops. It was really good, strong, long lasting, but the Fruit Loops is what shines through and lingers. This is the blend I was talking about that now that I think about it, I feel like I warmed this the day before I did that Rose Girl Strawberry Jam, and maybe that's why I was feeling like I was smelling Cupcakes at Tiffany's still. So I don't know. I just cotton ball my warmers, and in general, I usually clean them out pretty well, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of the wax and scent oil lingered, you know, a little bit in between kind of when you change the scents. But anyway, Sassy Girl Aroma's Cupcakes at Tiffany's gets a lot of hype, and it's amazing. It deserves all the hype because this was so good. This is literally what I wrote. Amazing, decadent, delicious. Loved it. I'm pretty sure I have a loaf of Cupcakes at Tiffany's, I think, and I'm so glad. This is one of those single scent oils that I love. I mean, sometimes they're a little bit plain and they're better in mixes, but this is amazing on its own, and I'm so glad I have more. Brandy's Pistachio. This was really, really nice. I like her blend of brandy on its own, which I think is the birthday cake and zucchini bread. And so this is just mixed with pistachio, and it's amazing. I love it. She has a really good pistachio blend. It's not too cherry leaning. It was really good. I loved this and enjoyed it while I warmed it. Training My Little Pony. Good. I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Wouldn't repurchase it. It was basically just like the Avo bath heavy. Kind of smelled like a Lush bath bomb. It was good, fresh, clean, a nice spring scent, but doesn't stand out as something I would like repurchase. And then this one is Matthias, and this is Strawberry Bread Noel. This was so good. This was amazing. I think I have one more brittle of it. So glad. If I saw it again in a pre-order in the future, I would probably repurchase it. It was so good. It reminds me of strawberry zucchini bread. And then there's that slight hint of like a body care note in the background because of the Vanilla Bean Noel. But overall, this was just amazing because I love strawberry zucchini bread. And then one Southbound loaf in strawberry icing on the cake. This was really nice. I love strawberry pound cake. Southbound has a really nice strawberry pound cake. I haven't purchased from Southbound in a really long time, but I used to love purchasing their bakery bags and loaves. I don't know, it's just, once you purchase from so many vendors, you kind of start realizing, okay, it's just a lot to keep up with all the pre-orders and RTSs that I just kind of started narrowing down to my top like couple vendors, you know? So I just haven't kept up with Southbound, but I did really enjoy this. I'm glad I had the loaf and I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Now, let me see if I forgot anything. I have a ton of Scentsy. I don't think I had any L3, so any L3 Polypro bags, that is. So let me just go over this scoopable. This was amazing. I loved it. I have one more scoopable of this. I'm so glad. Strawberry bread, fresh picked strawberry zucchini bread. One of my all-time favorite scents from any vendor is strawberry zucchini bread from L3. So this is just with the added strawberry bread in it, which I mentioned when I talked about that Sassy Girl Aroma one. The strawberry bread note on its own does remind me of strawberry zucchini bread. So it's almost like strawberry zucchini bread squared with the other notes in there. Oh, it's so good. It's crazy too. Scoopables tend to be really strong right away, but kind of fizzle out. This one lingered and lasted all day long into a second day. And I feel like that's not as typical for Scoopables, but this was so good. I actually warmed this and finished up that Sassy Girl Aroma strawberry bread Noel because I had a little bit left of each and it was so good. I loved it. Would definitely look to pick up this blend again in the future from L3. Then I just have a ton of Scentsy, which let me go into my Scentsy clams and then my kind of non-wax items. So I warmed Dumbo. This was in my club for a little bit, but I don't have it in my club now. I enjoy it. It's really good. I feel like I need to get better about like cutting down my club a little bit because there's so much scents like I love, but it's not like, I don't know, maybe not like my favorite. I think I have too much scents in my club right now, but anyway, I don't know. I had this in my club for a while, so this was just in my collection for a bit and I thought I'd warm it. I enjoyed it. It's really good. And how cute is Dumbo? Iridescent Pearl. Again, this was in my collection for a while, so I decided to warm it. I'm pretty sure I've had this in like a cleaning product maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it was in a dish soap. I can't remember. This to me definitely smells more like fresh leaning than fruity. I know it's got like juicy mango in it, but it smells more like fresh and clean. I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Watermelon Tangerine. This is a really nice summertime scent. I remember it being light, but when I warmed it this time around, I felt like it was pretty strong, so I enjoyed it. We have Pink Rhubarb Sugar. This was really nice. Again, I liked it. I was actually debating, whoa, again, some of these, my note ends up smudging. This was really strong. I ended up really liking it, and I almost added it to my club just to get one more bar for the summer, but I just don't need more. Honestly, I just feel like I have so much different scents that I don't need to be adding scents that I just liked, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point, but somehow it reminded me of like a little bit of like, I think Berry Bright, that Aladdin, was it Three Wishes? Even the, it even reminded me a little bit of this Angel Experiment 624 in a way, like just the bright, it almost smelled like a bright berry. I don't know why. I guess because of the sparkling raspberry. But yeah, I liked it. I think that's why I didn't end up adding it, is because like it kind of reminds me of other scents I have, but it was really good. I liked it. So I'll just talk about this Angel 624. This I ended up adding to my club after I had warmed it because I really liked it. And again, this is what I said also reminded me kind of the Aladdin, Berry Bright, Pink Rhubarb Sugar, like kind of that bright berry note sort of. So I ended up adding this one to my club as opposed to the Pink Rhubarb Sugar. I don't think I have Berry Bright in there, so this is kind of the scent I ended up adding. And how cute is the packaging? So I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it in my club, but I at least have it in there for one more club. I'm just taking out some of this stuff for right now so I can get to my clams. Red, White, and Berry Pie. Really liked it. I ended up mixing this with Vanilla Waves just to make it a little creamier, a little more bakery, because to be honest, Red, White, and Berry Pie, although it has a pie, it's supposed to have like a pie crust note, I don't really smell it. I think it's more fruity leaning. So I thought I'd warm it with the Vanilla Waves, and it was really good. It helped tone it down too because it's a really strong, like bright cherry. I'm debating because I love the maraschino sugar cookie cherry one more, I think, now that I've warmed this a couple times. But I still like it enough where I'm like, do I just keep it? I don't know. I have to think about it because now I have a couple cherries in my club because I added the cherry vanilla from Bring Back My Bar as well. So I feel like now I don't need 3 cherry scents, so I need to figure out which one I like and maybe pare down some of the other cherries. And then Vanilla Wave's just a staple. It's so good. Amazing. I'm sad they removed it. To me, it's more of a body care leaning vanilla, although it ended up mixing really well with the fruity cherry scent of this one, so I really liked it. These ones are just staple ones that have been in my club for a really long time, so I probably won't talk about them too long. Roll of the Dice. I keep going back and forth whether I want to keep this in my club or cut it out, because at this point I have kind of a lot of masculine cologne-like scents, but every time I warm it, I really like it, so I haven't cut it out yet. It's really strong, really long-lasting. I like it a lot. It's Love and You're the One. These were from Valentine's Day 2022, I think. Love them both. They stay in my club for now. These are two of the Chase Rainbows, red and orange. Again, such good fruity scents for the summer, and they're so long lasting and strong, so love these. Make a Splash. I had Make a Splash Counter Clean, I think, or maybe bathroom cleaner or something. So it really just reminded me of that. I liked it, but I just associate it now with kind of a cleaner scent. These were from I think these were my other two from the Spring Bricks. I like them, but I don't love it enough that I kept it in my club. So I ended up removing all of them except the Cucumber and Cactus Water, because that one I've had since last year. I really like it. And I have these two in bricks. So I'm kind of like, I love it, or sorry, I like it, but I don't love it enough to like keep it in my Scentsy club. And I have two bricks of these, like a brick of both. And because of that, I just felt like I didn't need to keep it in my club, but I liked them. I don't need it, you know, indefinitely. I warmed Caramel Apple Craze on a day. It was kind of like a little bit cooler, and this clam's pretty broken, so I was like, you know, let's just warm it. And I really liked it. I thought it was so good. It's a really nice, sweet caramel apple scent, so just perfect for the fall time. And like I said, I ended up warming it on a cooler day in the spring. I don't even know what I wrote on here. Sometimes there's just so much like oil in the clams. I think it kind of like eats away at the permanent marker I use. But this was really nice. I enjoyed it. It was a really nice kind of clean, almost laundry kind of scent. I really liked it. It's not anything super memorable, but I know like smelling the clam, I feel like it smells really nice. Pinkberry Fluff. I had it in my club. I think this was from the Easter collection. To be honest, I liked, but I didn't love. It's more perfume over like edible gourmand, even though the notes say like pinkberry, marshmallow, and vanilla bean. The more I was smelling it, the more I was smelling the empty clam, deciding if I wanted to keep it in my club or not. I just decided I didn't love it enough to keep it, so I ended up removing it from my club. Sweet Pea and Vanilla. This was Bring Back My Bar. I was hoping it was going to smell more like the Bath & Body Works one, but it didn't. This was another one I liked but didn't love, so I tried it once and then I removed it from my club. This is Berry Bright. Again, this is kind of why I was able to compare the Angel 626, I think it is, and the Pink Rhubarb Sugar, because I had this one too. Again, very bright, fruity, strong. I liked it. It's not in my club. The one I ended up adding was the Angel one. Prickly Pear and Agave. This was strong and long lasting, but it was more of a green, like fresh blend. To me, it didn't smell like fruity, like the pear note. I got way more of the green, almost aquatic-y, watery, green, fresh kind of a blend. But it was strong and long lasting. I just don't need more of it. Summer Holiday. This was from last year that I picked up. This was pretty, but it's not like that memorable. I probably enjoyed it while I warmed it, but just, I don't know, I don't need more. And then this one, the Justice League, I really liked it, and it was really pretty, and I got good, strong performance. So I think I kept it in my club. I'll have to double check. I think it's now Always Get My Bar. I can't remember now, but I liked it enough. I kind of want to keep it just for maybe one more time. We'll see. We'll see how long I end up keeping it, but I really liked it. Now we have one Scentsy Counter Clean in Feeling Punchy. This was from a whiff box that I got last spring or something like that. So I just finished it up now. It was nice. It was a nice counter cleaner kind of a scent. But to be honest, I don't really like the Scentsy counter clean because it's like super streaky. It was streaky at my apartment. It's streaky on my counters now because they're kind of like a flat tan color. So it's like really noticeable when it's streaky, and I have to like wipe it down with a sponge and then follow it with like a dish towel so I can just try to eliminate before it leaves a lot of streaks. So it's fine. I used it up, but I don't think I would buy the counter clean. And then I used one small little Boom Boom cream sample. This came in some kind of, it was like a Sephora, not grab bag, but it had like a little samples of a lot of things. And I got this last summer, I think, maybe even 2 summers ago. Yeah, it might have been 2 summers ago at this point. It was old. The consistency was not right. It was weird. I honestly should have just tossed it, but I didn't want to waste it. So I just kind of ended up using it one day, but it was like definitely old. The scent was still good, but just the consistency was not right of that lotion. This is a little strawberry pound cake hand sanitizer. Love this scent. I've talked about this before, but I used this when we traveled once in the elevator, and then someone else came onto the elevator and was like, ooh, it smells like really sweet or something like that. And it was definitely this the person was smelling. 2 Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps, one in Waikiki Beach coconut and one in white caramel coconut. This I think was just leftover from the fall time, so I just ended up using it. These are the notes. Can't go wrong. I'm never disappointed, you know, in the Bath & Body Works foaming hand soap, so enjoyed both of these. And then the last thing is just an It Cosmetics face cream. This is the Confidence in Your Beauty Sleep face cream, and I use this before bed, after I shower. Really love this. It's so good. It was kind of a pretty lavender purple color, and it also smelled like lavender. I don't mind the scent of lavender, especially before bedtime. It's kind of calming, but I didn't like so much that other one, the rosy tint one. It was just really strongly of rose, and it also had mica in it, which I didn't love putting mica glitter on my face before bed. This one I really like, and I would repurchase this one. I might even have a backup of this one, or it might just be the regular Confidence in a cream. But this was really good, and good for the winter because my skin gets really dry. So very moisturizing. I apply it once and don't have to apply it again. Sometimes I have face creams where I apply it, and then after it soaks in, my face is still tight and dry in the winter. This one I only have to apply once, and it's very moisturizing. So that was all my June empties. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!